Hey, what up anyone who's watching? This is View with Ice, and today I'm gonna do a different kind of video, and this video was inspired by my irritation of certain people in the anime community. Also, please like and subscribe for more anime related content. Over the last 10 years or so, anime has grown on a completely different level. Even people who were haters of anime back in the day are starting to tune in, and with that, you should think that the anime community is thriving, but it actually feels like it is going in the opposite direction because anime fans are somehow getting worse by the day. And I kind of blame social media for this. Social media is of course not the entire problem. The main problem is without question people, but somehow the socials just bring out the worst in some humans. The first thing I'm going to talk about are the anime elitists. You will find these people in almost any comment section, and they will always try to tear a show down and give people reasons not to watch it because nothing can live up to their ridiculous expectations. These are most often the people who will call anime trash or mid. The moment you see someone use these terms to describe an anime, just scroll down and ignore. The reason I say this is because these are the type of people you can never have an actual conversation with, because everything you say is wrong and everything they say is gold. If you are a new anime watcher, I urge you to ignore these people by any means necessary, because a lot of times they can ruin the experience of being in the anime community. One thing I can tell you now, and this is something that I have learned over the last few years, not every anime has to be mind-blowing, technical, or a masterpiece to be enjoyable and fun to watch. I have found that sometimes I am not in the right space to enjoy something, then I come back later and find out that the show was actually far more entertaining than I first thought it was. At times, you just need to take a step back and come back later before you judge something too harshly. The next thing that irritates me are people who always want perfection in animation. This mostly comes down to fight scenes. While we could sometimes be disappointed with a certain fight sequence or display of a fight, people should remember that there are actual people behind the creation of these incredible works of art, and that these animators work themselves to death. They most likely don't even get paid on the level that they should be paid, but the majority of the time they give us something incredible to watch. But as soon as they give something slightly unsatisfactory, you shit on them. You do realize that these are humans and they are not perfect. Even you, who constantly spew hate behind the keyboard, you are not perfect. I don't care who you are, how much money you have, how famous you are, or how great your life is. You are not perfect, so why do you always want perfection when we all live in an imperfect world? Cut these animators some slack, because I assure you, you don't do everything perfect in your own life. The next people are possibly the ultimate worst people you can find, and they come from the following fan bases, and they are Dragon Ball, Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. Each and every one of the anime that I just mentioned holds a special place in my soul, and I love them, but they come with the most frustrating fan bases you will ever find. They are mostly the people who cannot let other people enjoy what they like. They are constantly comparing the big three to everything else and shitting on people who like different things. If someone likes Demon Slayer, let that person like Demon Slayer. I myself do agree that Demon Slayer is slightly overhyped, but that's not gonna stop me from watching every single episode, because at the end of the day, it's still a fun watch regardless. A lot of these guys hate so hard on new gen anime because they are stuck in a different world. I can definitely agree that sometimes newer anime doesn't have the touch of the old days, but the vast majority of the time I have a great time watching it. Nostalgia can be one of the worst things ever, and a lot of you guys need to take off the nostalgia goggles. Another thing that always starts an argument is the classic dub versus sub debate. A good amount of sub watchers will always try to shit on dub watchers, and at this point in life it is kind of annoying. Look, I agree that sub is better than dub, but what is actually so wrong in someone just watching what they want? I of course will always tell people to watch something in the original language to get the most out of it, but at the end some people don't want to read, and I don't really see the big deal. Like I myself get tired of reading sub now and then, that is why I watch like 80% more TV shows than anime. You should realize that some people work a lot and some people are just constantly busy, so they watch dub because maybe they can listen to it in the background while doing other things. Also, not all dub is bad. There are actually some anime that are incredible in the dub version. Black Lagoon is one of the best examples of that. It is so good that to this day I haven't tried to watch the Japanese version once. Just let people be, because at the end of the day they are having fun, and isn't that exactly what you want anime to be? Fun. Now, I mentioned Dragon Ball earlier, and if you know Dragon Ball, you most likely know what I'm gonna talk about next, and that is the ridiculous thing of Goku can solo this verse, Goku can solo that verse. Look, I am not gonna act like a saint or someone who has never talked about things like this, because at a time it was interesting to hear what people had to say about this, but at this point it is the worst thing ever. I have seen this happen so many times in comment sections. Some people will have an actual decent conversation about a fight scene they watched in a certain anime, then some fool will come in with a Goku can solo your verse. My guy, who cares if Goku can solo that verse? He's not even a part of the story, so that actually doesn't matter. It was fun at a time, but you guys have gone off the deep end with this one. Some people will also walk around with the idea that Dragon Ball is better than other anime because the characters are stronger than most anime characters, which is stupid. Look, I love Dragon Ball. It was one of my biggest gateways into anime. Like with a large portion of the anime community, I also believe with my soul that Dragon Ball is the most iconic anime ever, but it has truly produced some of the worst fans ever in life. I can talk about Itachi fans and Saitama fans too, but I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to point out a few reasons why the anime community is such a terrible community to be a part of. There are of course more things that people do to ruin the anime experience, but I just wanted to highlight the things that kills me the most. I know we all can't agree on everything, and there are for sure some terrible anime out there, but being an S-class asshole on social media just gives anime watchers a bad name. But thanks for watching, and I hope you subscribe because there are more videos coming soon.